Hello and welcome to CTV Goes Live for Freshers Week. It's our first interview of Friday, a very busy day with the Freshers Fair going on. We're joined by Debating Society. Who am I here with?
You're here with Sam, chair of the Debating Society.
And you're here with Jay. I'm the vice chair of the Debating Society.
So how's Freshers Week been going for you guys?
It's been quite great. We had a stand yesterday for about 5 hours on the parade, and it was basically for the groups day. We introduced our society, gave details about the taster sessions, other sessions we've got planned all over the year, events, socials, things like that.
Do you think you got a lot of engagement? Was it quite a successful day?
I would say it was successful, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, we spent so much time yapping to people yesterday. A huge number of people. It was wonderful to hear how many people were saying things along the line of, I'm very new to debating, or I've never debated before, or I've done debating in college, but I'd really like to progress with debating. I'd really like to learn more about it, how to public speak, how to build arguments properly. So that was really good to hear from a lot of people, and hopefully that's something that we're going to be able to provide for people this year. But we can talk about that later.
Yeah, so going off of those, for freshers who are thinking, oh, I have similar questions, so you can enter the society with no prior experience. How does it work? How do you go about teaching them the ways of debating?
Yeah, absolutely. So this year we've got, what I've called the development plan. I've heard a couple of people have said what a corny name that is, but I'm sticking with it now. So the development plan is going to be starting from not next Thursday, but the Thursday after, because we've got 2 taster sessions next week, but we can go on to that later. So that Thursday, every Thursday following is going to be our sessions. Week 1 is called Building Arguments and Case Construction. So that's going to be the bare bones of how to even just build an argument against somebody. Then week 2 will be Rebuttals and Point of Information, which is just another aspect of how to debate, essentially. And as the weeks go on, we'll get closer and closer to what we call British Parliamentary. That's the format that we use, and it's the best one really to use in England, because when we go to competitions at other universities, that's the format. They're just going to say, right, rock up, and we're going to do British Parliamentary, essentially. So the idea for semester 1 is to get as many people, firstly, comfortable with how to debate, and secondly, how to use British Parliamentary to go on to compete, or even not to necessarily compete, but just be able to appreciate how British Parliamentary works.
So you said you have a few taste sessions coming up, but before I ask about those, what have you had on this week? Have you had any this week?
Not yet, actually. I mean, speaking to freshers and, second year myself, our plan as a committee was just to leave freshers, they got all their bits and bobs going on already. It's a very busy week, I can imagine. So we've got, the first session will be next Tuesday. That's going to be the first taste session out of 2. Following on from that was, of course, the social. We are very accommodating in our committee this year with people who do and don't want to have booze and drink, that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So we are absolutely exploring those routes. So, nothing from freshers so far, but Tuesday, that's going to be the first appearance from the Debating Society.
So what can they expect if they come to your taster session on Tuesday? Is it going to be, because you're divulging into kind of how you debate and stuff the following Thursday, so what can they expect from this Tuesday?
Tuesday, we really just want to get a point across that you can come along, give it a go. There's no pressure to debate. And whatever you say in the debate, this is a very friendly environment. It's controlled. There's no issue with raising a point, and nothing's going to happen. You walk out the door, and it's fine. So people can expect to just give it a go, really. Try actually do a debate. From experience, the hardest time to debate is the very first time you step up on stage. You've got people all around you, they're looking at you, and you just think, oh goodness, how am I going to speak in front of these people? And usually what will happen is, or at least this is what happened to me, I spoke for about 30 seconds, and I just said, thank you, and I just walked off. But then after that, the second, the third time, you'll get far more comfortable. So the plan is for these taster sessions is to get as many people just talking. The first stage, that's really how you start debating, is to just start talking in front of a group of people about something that you may not be passionate about. The emotions, which is, for those who don't know, emotion is just the thing that we're going to talk about today in front of the house, the people who are there. So the motions are going to be very simple, very open topics that you don't need to have any political, economic policy ideas or anything like that. You can just get involved regardless of who you are.
So do you ever find, because you've been in the committee now and been in the society for a year, Do you ever find that they get quite heated, the debates, and you've ever had to intervene, or is it very calm environment? What stays in there stays in there.
At Bath, at least itself, I mean, we're a society, we're not a union, so you have to, I mean, give us the benefit of that. We're a bit smaller than a union, maybe. So, no, we haven't actually had any interventions yet. I mean, sometimes you get a guy that says something funny, or a girl, something funny comes up, and they go away. Unions or competitions, you're going to find that's more of a, I don't want to say harsh,
more
heated experience. So, I mean, we can get on to competitions later. That's another big thing that we're talking about this year at Debating Society. So, I mean, the weekly sessions we're running here, they're very relaxed, calm. I mean, we don't dress up for these events. Yeah. We're just on campus running things. We don't wear wigs. There's no hammer banging all the time, that kind of thing. That's a misconception as well when you say British parliamentary. That sounds quite a formal.
It does.
I mean, it is formal. It's constructive debate, so there are rules and such.
Yeah.
But the people who you're going to be debating with are all calm, relaxed. If you muck something up, it's fine. Anything like that, it's fine, obviously.
So does it take place in a classroom setting, but you said people stand up in front of each other? Is it like a little platform, or is it just in a classroom you stand in front of just tables?
Yeah, no platform, unfortunately. Maybe that's something we'll look into if the budget holds. Most of our sessions will be held in the Chancellor's building. I mean, it's really just about where we can book, really. So I think one of our taster sessions isn't fortunately in 4 West, I believe. That was just due to booking. So yeah, it's in the Chancellor's building, normally the classroom. Okay. You'll be just standing in front of the rows of tables, essentially.
Okay. That's quite nice. Not as intimidating.
Absolutely.
So you mentioned competitions. Did you do competitions last year? Or is that something new you're introducing? And how do you get involved with those?
Competitions aren't new to the society. We went to Birmingham and Bristol last year. We've got really good ties this year with Bristol Union. I've been speaking personally to the president over there, Nikhil. She's lovely. Been planning to go to their competitions, of course, because they really have a good reputation there. So to be so close to them is really a privilege for us. We plan to take as many people who are comfortable going to competition as possible. One that's really important to us now, actually, to get out is the Severn Cup 2025. That's going to be in Exeter. That's on the 11th of October, Saturday.
Oh, so very soon.
Absolutely, yeah. But so this is a novice debate, so we can get as many people who are novice. I'd highly recommend this competition simply because if you want to get involved in competitions, you want to go to a novice debate to begin with. So to get this one out of the way straight away, I think would be a great idea for any people who are skeptical about competitions, don't know much about it. Just get out there really and give it a go, in my opinion.
Yeah, kind of get in there early, see if it's for them, see if it's not.
Yeah.
That's really good. So you said about socials. What kind of socials do you normally run? You said there's no expectation to drink. What do you normally get up to?
So socials-wise, last year we did a board game social, and basically we just had a bunch of board games, and people just came along, played. There was Uno, there was Monopoly. There's a tons of options, and this year we plan on doing socials after our taster sessions on the 30th and the 2nd, and basically they'll be in the SU after our session. We'll just go there. There's no pressure to drink. There's absolutely no pressure to drink. If you don't want to, you just don't. There's a very tiny amount of people who would actually do that in our society. But there's no pressure. We just go there, have a chat with the new members, see what they're up to and what their interests are, really.
Do you think there's any stereotypes about your society that you'd want to dispel for any freshers who might have wrong assumptions?
I think the main one I heard yesterday was that they think this is a very kind of strict society in terms of the rules, and in terms of the break a rule, they'll be kind of shouted at for it. It doesn't get heated. It's a very chill society. And if they've never debated before, then we help them out. Committee absolutely helps you out with everything. There's tons of members at every kind of session, and if you've got any question, you can just walk up to us and ask, and we'll be happy to help. So it's a very chill society. There's no sort of any weird rules you need to follow. And if you break any, we just tell you afterwards in a very normal way.
So with your debates, is it very much each person debates against everyone else, or do you have teams, or is it a mixture?
Mostly we have teams of about 2 people presenting a side in an argument. So there'll be, if they're opening the argument or they're closing the argument, but all of that is explained in detail in the sessions. And if there's any question, they can always walk up to us. And if they do not have a team member, we can obviously pair people up. And if there's like an odd number of people, and then someone from committee can always jump in and help out and complete the even number. Yeah.
Okay, that sounds quite nice. At least there's room for kind of, you can step in and help them out if they're feeling a bit lonely or scared. That's quite nice to hear. Do you think that the competitions would be a good chance to meet other people as well? Is it quite a unifying society? Do you find you've made lots of friends through it? Is it kind of one that most of your friends are in the society? Is it one of those?
So competition-wise, I was in Birmingham and Bristol last year, and they're very chilled out because it's literally just students from other unis who debate. There's tons of socials after the sessions because they end up at about 5 or 4, and after that you just chat to other people because you've been debating with them all day, so you kind of know them already. You meet a lot of interesting people who do different courses that you may not have seen at Bath. So, for example, law. There's tons of lawyers, and you can kind of get an interesting perspective. You can also kind of talk to them and get to know them more. There's tons of options afterwards. You can make tons of friends at competitions as well, as daunting as the word may seem.
Okay, so you've spoken about socials and spoke about competitions, and then you're going to go through all your rules when you get there. Is there anything else that you'd say to freshers to really encourage them to join? Is there certain points that you've taken away from it since joining that you think they'd be really missing out on if they didn't join?
Yeah, so one point I really wanted to make on your show today is the whole idea of you have debate, and within debate is persuasion. Now, persuasion is an everyday occurrence you're going to do. If I say the term, change someone's mind, change your mind. When I use persuasion, I'm altering, essentially, you might say, what you're thinking in your mind in any case. And that's something that isn't just particular to politicians or lawyers. It's any career, really, when you think about it enough. So if you say, I'm just an engineer, I'm going to use my example. If I have been designing something, a bridge, say, and it's a really good bridge, and it worked perfectly, it's a good amount of money, it's safe, whatever. And then my clients come along, and I can't actually convince them that it's a good bridge. I just say, well, yeah, it's safe, I can trust you that, it's a good, bridge. They won't be as convinced to get involved with this bridge, or your managers say anything like that. If I can persuade people that the product or the item, if you're looking at business management, say, or any of those kind of realms, they are persuading people that what they are presenting to them is something that they are going to benefit from. If I'm stepping on Jay's foot now, and he's going to get kind of annoyed after a while, he has two options. Either one, he can step on my foot again, and that's just retaliation of some extent, or he can persuade me. He can explain to me why that's not a good idea, why it's actually be more beneficial if I just get off his foot. We can talk things through a little more and that kind of thing. So to say that debating is just a hobby, I would disagree. I think debating in itself is a practice that you should be well informed of. It's a skill for life. And persuasion is something that any career, we're all going to university for a well-informed, ideally, generally speaking, not education, but career otherwise, which is in a role where you're going to be managing or supervising or explaining things to other people within a company or realm of that kind of sort. So learning how to persuade is really, I would say, an underrated artful skill, which you're going to get out of debating society this year.
So something you can definitely apply to everyday life.
Absolutely.
I think now you've explained it, I've never really thought about it, but I think it is a really a key point. I think I'm even thinking I'm missing out on some skills now. I'm thinking I should be persuading people a little bit more to get my own way. Never mind. But I wanted to ask you guys how you got into the society, because I've realised when we talk to a lot of societies that freshers are thinking, oh, maybe because of my course I can't get into it. We've spoken to politics societies, for example. This is along similar vein with debates. They think maybe, oh, because I'm not studying humanities, this might not suit me. How did you guys get into it, and why do you think that anyone can get involved?
Yeah, absolutely. Just to put that point as well, half of our committee members are civil engineers. Jay's a comp sci. We've got one politics and one economics. So it's a vast array of degrees or areas of interest. Debate in itself is, again, you don't have to, of course, be doing politics or law. We are this year aiming to collaborate with a vast range of societies so that we can actually talk about a lot of different motions or topics, if you like. So we've already got interest from medical society, politics, philosophy. We're going to delve out of our just realm of we're the ethics and political, so
Yeah.
delving out into maybe just more STEM interests and all sorts. So that's not it's not the case that you have to be in that kind of field. And I mean, like I said before in my previous point, that persuasion and debating isn't just something for politicians, law, and etc. It should be something that everybody's interested in.
So how did you guys get involved?
So to speak of me, I'm 1 year older than everyone on committee. I'm a third year. So in my first year, I went to a few sessions. I kind of got into it. But in my second year, I was more consistent. And the way I got into it was initially I thought I won't fit in because obviously I do comp sci and it's not really a very debating course. So I don't do politics or nothing. So I didn't think I knew much. But you get tons of prep time. And the motions are from a diverse selection. They aren't only political or economical. So that's kind of how I got into it. I showed up to the sessions, and everyone was super chill to help me out and kind of signpost me to various instructions and directions. So it's a very good society, and yep, that's how I got into it.
I mean, yeah, me personally, similar to Jay, really, last year I started as a fresher, just getting involved in society. I wanted to try things new out, and I really enjoyed it. Previously, before coming to university, I knew a good friend of mine very well, Dr. Colin Hart. He has been invited to speak at Cambridge Uni, and he's a very well-spoken debater. I've just been really inspired by how much of an impact you can really have if you have that ability to speak and persuade to people on a grand audience. So, from me personally, I'm working every day towards trying to become a better speaker, trying to provide a better teaching level for new debaters, new beginners starting this year. So that's our story.
So I'm assuming all the information can be found on Instagram. We've kind of run out of time now, so thank you guys so much for coming on. And if anyone else wants any more information, they can find it on your Instagram. What's the @ of your Instagram, just before we go?
Bath Uni Debating Soc. Yep. We have lovely Scarlett. She's running the socials, social media. So she does a lovely job on that. I would highly recommend keeping informed there. Also the WhatsApp, of course. That's where announcements of where debates are going to be happening and when.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for having us.
We're now going to take a short break while we wait for the next society. Hello and welcome back to CTV Goes Live for Freshers Week. We're now joined by...
Mahjong Society.
And what are your guys' names and societal roles?
I am Yanni. I'm a treasurer of Mahjong Society.
I'm Kelly. I'm the chair of Mahjong Society.
So if anyone's not heard of Mahjong before, what is it and how can freshers get involved?
Mahjong is basically a tile game that originated from China, and you have to make different combinations to win, and you also have to do the scoring as well, and it depends on like what hand you get in the first place. And freshers can get involved as we have a taster session soon. It's going to be on the 1st of October, 5 to 8 in 4 East Building, and they can come along like no matter the skill level, and everyone can get to know people because it's a game of 4, and you can talk and just have fun basically.
So how's Freshers Week been going for you so far? How was yesterday?
Yesterday, we've got a lot of people signed up for Mahjong, which is great. And because we're going to have a teaching session on our taster, so that's going to be good. And no matter if you know how to play Mahjong or if you don't, you can still sign up and go to our freshers taster session so we can teach them.
Okay, so... your socials, I assume that you do socials away from playing the game. What kind of things do you get up to? Is it alcohol-based, non-alcohol-based, or a good mix?
I think it's a mix of them. Last year we did like a social in a bar, in a pub, and we also have like socials that are like involved with Mahjong. For example, like a Valentine's event where basically we had it on Valentine's and we're just playing Mahjong basically.
Okay, so... you said you got a lot of recruitment and no experience is required. Mm-hmm. For people who want to understand, because it's a 4-player game, is it similar to any other games? And what kind of, you said there's a kind of a matching rule set. How does that work?
So for people that know how to play rummy or like poker, it's kind of similar to rummy, but it just has these tiles instead of a card. So yeah, this is a Mahjong tile.
Okay. So... how did you guys get into it? Has it been going for a very long time? Is it a very relatively new society? How did you guys get involved?
I got involved because Mahjong is always like a family game in my family. It's like a game that you play in like traditional Chinese festivals, and I got in because I was thinking, I can play Mahjong and I get to speak Cantonese with other people, and I thought it was a good way to connect with my own community.
I first got into Mahjong because I was bored and I just got to our app store and just download the Mahjong app online, and I just first playing it online. And then I figured the people in my neighborhood, there are also people from Hong Kong who knows how to play Mahjong, and we just play it on regular basis now. So yeah, that's how I got into it.
So it's quite nice to find it here when you've moved away from home.
Yeah,
that's quite nice. So in terms of playing together, can you do it recreationally, or is there a chance to do more competitive? Is there like a out of uni with other uni competitions, or is it very just internal?
We have recreational sessions every Wednesday, 5 to 8, same location. And we also have other collaborations with other societies. So we'll play different variants of Mahjong. For example, there's like Taiwanese, Malaysian, Japanese. And we're also planning to do collaborations with other universities. For example, like Bristol. There's a Bristol Mahjong Society. And we can do like competitions with them. And usually we have a tournament where it's open for signups, and people just can like come on over, and they can win prizes and they can get scoring as well.
So whenabouts in the year does the competition usually take place?
It'll take place around week 3, and it lasts until the end of semester.
Okay. And
for semester 2, we're going to have a new tournament. So that's usually like we have 2 tournaments per year like that.
So you have games you can do every Wednesday where everyone meets up to play. Mm-hmm. You said you had training sessions, so that's coming up next week. Mm-hmm. And will you guys be around the whole time in case people want to learn further? Can you join at any point, or is it kind of essential that you go to the first training session?
It's totally available for everyone, and we're glad to help if someone new wants to join, because we have casual tables during the tournament sessions. So if you want to play mahjong and you don't know anything about mahjong, you can just come on over to the committee and say, "Oh, I want to learn mahjong. Can you teach me?" Then we're all like really glad to help. Yeah.
So for freshers looking in on the society and thinking, what can I get out of this? Is there something in particular you think they'd be missing out on if they didn't join your society, something you think's really benefited you and made you want to stay within it?
I think it's quite fun just like playing mahjong in general, but it is helping your brain sort of to like train you in like winning, because you need to have like a hand to win, and you should like think, how do you get this winning hand? So it's kind of like training the brain, kind of like any other card games, but it's like also luck based as well. So it's like skill plus luck.
Okay, so it's quite strategy based. Do you think it's quite good for the brain?
Yeah, it's a bit strategy based as well. Yeah.
Anything else you'd want to add in terms of how you think freshers would benefit from learning, apart from obviously training their brain? Do you think there's something you personally got out of it that you think they'd learn, like maybe confidence or talking to people or meeting people from a similar background?
I've definitely been more like socializing during the mahjong sessions. I've known like a lot of people, and just talking to them basically, and that really helped me, because I was I didn't know people when I came to the UK, and joining mahjong really helped me to connect with my own community and know new people. And well, it's just fun playing mahjong while talking with people at the same time. Yeah.
So you said you speak Cantonese.
Yeah,
Is there kind of like that sort of environment you can talk in Cantonese to different people? Is there any other languages, any other like cultures that are there that are kind of more present, that freshers, maybe international ones, are thinking, oh, actually I can find people from my home?
Definitely. Since we have collaborations with other communities, so like Malaysian, and then we have sessions, we're going to talk with the Malaysian Society, for example, and then they'll have like Malaysian members coming over, and then the Hong Kong Society and like Mahjong Society people will come over as well, and it's just like a mash of cultures, and we learn from each other basically. And other than that, we don't really play Mahjong just with Cantonese. We speak English, because there's a lot of like people who speak like English over there, so it's not just strictly Cantonese. We just speak Cantonese, like for example, because it's a part of the game. Yeah.
So you said there's different variations of the game. What are the sort of differences for anyone wondering, and is there anything that makes one more unique, more fun in some ways than others?
So another variant I really like is Richi. It's basically Japanese mahjong, and it's special because it's not only stuck to like a 4 people base. You can also play with 3 people as well. And Richi is really different from, well, not really different, but different from Cantonese mahjong, because it's more conservative in the play style. And you always have to think about, oh, should I actually deal this tile or should I keep it? If I deal this tile, will it like affect my the chances of me winning? And that's kind of different from Cantonese mahjong, because Cantonese mahjong sometimes you have to take risky moves, and it's more luck based than Richi, I think. Yeah.
So do you think that people will get benefit from playing this game in terms of, you said there's strategy, but you also think there's lots of, like, I've seen on the internet, there's lots of like variations of the tiles. Do you think this is more complex? Do you think it's more interesting? And do you think there's any misconceptions because of what we've seen on the internet? Because I've seen very similar tiles that they would benefit from learning the actual game.
Because there's a really like what people think about mahjong is like the connection game. Like you have 2 tiles and then like the connecting game. But it's actually really different to what the real game is. I won't say it's more complex, but it's more playable in a way, because you get to have different combinations, different tile forms. Sometimes you can like get insane hands, and just adding it to the scoring system really helps like add the competitiveness. But obviously it's like open to all skills, and basically everyone can learn, and it's not that scary as it sounds. Yeah.
So from events that you have playing the game this year, what kind of socials do you have planned? What can freshers get involved in the next few weeks? Are you going anywhere special?
So we will be doing a social in Bath Cider House, which is a pub, and people can just come around and meet new people. Obviously, mahjong itself is kind of social as well because you get to talk to people when you play. And we've got a Mid-Autumn Festival session coming up, collaborating with Abacus, which people can join us during Mid-Autumn playing mahjong, which is going to be fun.
Okay. So do you think that the game would allow big groups of friends to come along and then kind of come together? Do you think it's a very warm environment, would you say? Do you think most of your friends have come from the society? Do you think it's a society you can make many friends in?
Yes, definitely. We can definitely make a lot of friends when you come to mahjong because you just get to play along and everyone just kind of bonds together with mahjong. And obviously you can bring your friends here as well, play together with them and learn it together, and it's going to be fun experience.
You think it's a really nice warm environment?
Yeah, it will be. Yeah.
Is there anything else that you think people should know about the game, and is there any resources or things they can look at online to kind of learn the skills better? Where's the best place to look if you want to find out more?
I think for resources wise, it's not really common online because there's a lot of variants, and we're doing like Cantonese mahjong, and the skill book is the rule book is basically in Cantonese, and because different places have different play styles, so it's not like unified. So that's why we have the taster session coming on we're going to teach the Cantonese play style. Yeah.
Do you teach other styles throughout, or is it just if you're interested you can learn and play it else, like within the group but on other tables?
We're also going to teach different play styles as well. Since we're going to collab with other societies, they're going to teach us how to play their style of mahjong, and then we're
from other universities.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when do you think you'll be having the social with Bristol? Is that coming up soon, or is it in a few months?
We're not sure about that. We're still like communicating with them.
So if people want to find out more information about you guys, where's the best place to look? Have you got Instagram? Have you got a website?
Yeah. So you can go scan this QR code. It goes to our link tree. It has our Instagram, WhatsApp page, and SU page. So you can guys can go like follow and sign up over there. Yeah.
So all updates will be there, and I'm assuming you have a WhatsApp group chat as well. Okay. Is there anything? I'm going to open the floor out to you guys. Is there anything that you'd want to tell freshers? This is your chance to speak to them directly, to really convince them to join, kind of bring across the most positive attributes of your society, to really tell them why they'd be missing out if they weren't a part of you.
For freshers, don't worry about it. You don't need any experience. We will teach you how to play it. Or if you want to kind of like know what it is or kind of like that, you can go online and search for some mahjong playing on App Store, or maybe download. That's how I learnt it. So you can maybe do that and figure it out kind of. But we're still going to teach it on next Wednesday, 5 to 8. Yeah.
Okay, great. So you can find these guys on Instagram, and you guys were at the fair yesterday. Will you be at the fair on Monday as well?
Yes, we will.
Okay, perfect. So everyone, you can find them on Monday. I'm slipping on my words now. And any questions, they can DM you on Instagram?
Yeah.
Perfect. So thank you guys so much for coming. It was lovely speaking with you. Have you got anything else you'd like to put in? Anything you think you've forgotten? Or they can just find you on Instagram and DM you for more information?
Yeah, they can just find our Instagram.
Okay, thank you guys so much. And we're going to cut away now to the Show Your Colours video from Tuesday night, Arena Night.
I left my job, my boss, my car, and my home. I'm leaving for a destination I still don't know. Somewhere nobody must have duties at all. And if you like this, you can follow me. So let's go. Follow me. And let's go to the place where we belong and leave our troubles at home. Come with me. We can go to a paradise of love and joy, a destination unknown, no, 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 destination unknown.
Hello and welcome back to CTV Goes Live for Freshers Week. We are now joined by PhotoSoc. Who am I here with?
Hello, you're here with Scarlett, Chair and Publicity Officer of PhotoSoc.
Nice to see you. And we're also joined by someone else who's going to be co-hosting with me for the next few hours. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. My name's Lucy. I'm the media officer this year. So I'm also involved in CampusTV, Bath Time and URB.
Yes, I needed some help co-hosting because we've got a very jam-packed schedule today. So on to your interview. So how's Freshers Week been going so far?
It's been amazing. It's been such a fun time.
Did the stall go well yesterday?
Yeah, we got like over 100 new followers. Like I was in like, maybe we get 25 people interested, and then suddenly it was like we shot up to 1,700. I was like, we're chilling. This is good.
You're doing really well this year.
Yeah. Very popular.
So have you had any events so far in Freshers Week, or are they all coming up next week?
They are coming up next week. So our biggest one is this Sunday, actually. We do a Freshers photo walk. So we meet up on campus, 1 p.m. outside the library. It's a chance to get to know the city because we go down to all of the like important iconic places. So a chance to meet people that are interested in photography and just a chance to get to know your new place.
So for freshers wondering if they need any experience in photography and if they need to bring any of their own equipment, is any of that true? Do they need to come with any prior knowledge, or is everything taught?
Absolutely not. You don't have to have any knowledge at all. What we're trying to show people is that you can take a good photo with a camera phone, which most people have access to. You know, the cameras that we had at the stall yesterday were just for show. Most of us use our phones. You know, some of us use old swanky film cameras from like vintage stores that don't really work. Like none of us are professionals. We're all novices and we're all learning together. We have lots of events throughout the year to get to learn new photography techniques. But no, there's 100% you don't need to know anything about photography to enjoy what we do.
Have you got any socials coming up next week alongside your first session? And what kind of socials do you run? Are they more alcohol-based, non-alcohol-based, or kind of a mixed bag?
We don't have any societies coming up this week. We've been heavily focused on the Freshers' Fair and our upcoming competition, but we do have socials throughout the year, and our biggest one is our film social. So we go to pubs across the city, like a classic pub crawl, but we prioritise film photography. So we have these point-and-shoot little cameras. I believe they're Kodak ones. You can get them like real cheap. But we provide all the film for free so that students who are worried about joining a more expensive genre of photography can try it out without fear of losing all their money. And it's a great chance to get to know other people. And it's fun, it's a vibe, and there's never an obligation to drink. You know, we're one of the chill societies. Like, we go around and have cafe socials like once or twice a month. So like, we're fairly chill, and that's the big society event.
Cool. And can you tell us a bit more about this competition that's coming up?
Yeah, so I actually kept forgetting to tell people about it yesterday, but it's super exciting. We've got our Freshers Week competition, so it opened last Monday, and it's open for the entirety of next week as well. The idea is that you capture a moment that really excited you during this year's Freshers. You can be a returning student or a total newbie. It could be the first glimpse of the parade. It could be, you know, a selfie. It could be the moment you stumbled across our like Bathwick Hill on our Freshers photo walk. But the idea is that you submit that to our email, which we've put up on our Instagram, with a little caption explaining why you loved it so much, and the first sort of winners get a little prize.
Ooh, sounds very interesting.
Exciting
Hopefully
stuff.
a lot of freshers will be entering that.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
there'll be definitely some interesting photos coming your way, I think.
Absolutely, yeah.
Maybe some drunk night out antics that can probably get submitted.
Yes, of course.
It would be a good one. Will you be doing some sort of showcase maybe of the photos afterwards, the best ones?
Yeah, so what we're trying to do is each committee member is going to pick a fave, and there'll be some overall winners, and they'll all be put on our Instagram so that people can get to know who's who in the photography world in our community. They'll be like added, so there's like tagged on the socials, so there's exposure. And throughout the year, what we're trying to do is get like our favorites of the month, and we're compiling them so that the end conclusion is a sort of gallery of works at the end of the year to like display how far we've come as a society and who's who in our like little photography community, which will be fun.
So you post all your kind of photos on Instagram, or do you have some sort of gallery-based website you kind of upload everything onto?
At the moment, everything's on our Instagram, and it's a great way to like get everybody engaged, because a lot of up and coming or established photographers use Instagram as their like advertising platform. So what we'd really try to get people to do is any photo that they take that's related to us, or they just happen to be in Bath area and go to the uni, to tag us, because then we'll post it either to our stories or to the main grid, and that way that amplifies your work as well as exposing our society too. So it's a win-win.
So for freshers thinking maybe their course isn't aligned with photography, maybe they're not as creative as they once thought, but want to kind of go down a creative avenue, how did you get involved in the society? Because I think finding out your story might kind of help freshers and think, oh, maybe I can get involved in that too.
100%. I do politics, which isn't really photography based, although there's a lot of debate into where art is in politics. But I did art A-level and GCSE, so there was no photography experience at all for me. So when I got here, I felt extremely burnt out from the art world, but I still wanted something that was really important to my well-being alongside, you know, a stressful degree. And so I found Photo Society as a way to like chill out, because the events that we do are just little walks around Bath, take out my phone camera, take a few shots, like that's how I got interested. And then from there, like my obsession grew, because there's so many interesting pathways. So now I'm experimenting in like different forms of old film and like double exposures and layering and all these awesome sorts of things that you'd find out when you join our society. But yeah, there's a real mix of people. Like our committee has a couple people who didn't touch photography until very recently, but they were still very interested in the concept. So yeah, you don't have to have any sort of history in the art itself. It's just a great way to like chill out after a stressful day.
Yeah, which sometimes is needed.
Yeah, 100%.
So for freshers looking to get involved, are there any projects like as a group you guys get involved in, or is it, you know, you give them the skills and then they can use them how they please?
It's fairly balanced. Like we do our competition and we're gonna try and do regular like submissions of like your fave photo, and that way you can sort of collaborate across the society. But a lot of the time it is going to be a lot of workshops on different photography styles that you can get interested in yourself. Like last year, Kat, our film photographer, who unfortunately couldn't make it today, she did this amazing workshop on pinhole cameras. So you get like this Diet Coke or like any old tin can, put a pin through it and some like to make like a tiny hole in like photography paper, stick it up in a window for 6 months and you've got an amazing picture. And it's a really old technique. So a lot of the time our workshops, and we're going to implement more of those hopefully this year, they talk about different techniques that you can then go off and do yourself. So it's a collaboration and then going off and doing independent work. So it's really a balance.
Yeah, because I was going to ask a bit more about the workshops. You know, how regular are they? Where are they?
So what we're hoping to do this year is a lot more regular ones like that. So what we try and do is a couple events a month. We're not like a very demanding society. We're trying to get things chill and relaxed, but also that there is a clear calendar that people can follow and come up to anything that they want to do. So that will all be posted on socials and our WhatsApp chats. And most of our events take place in the rooms in the Edge, so the art department. And so we're trying to get, once a month a workshop and once a month like a seasonal photo walk.
So you said you want to incorporate a lot of phone photography and trying to teach people how to use what they already have. Do you have equipment as well that people can kind of, once they've joined the society, rent out and use and learn how to use within?
Yeah, 100%. So we have the film social is probably the best way to get interested in film photography, because that can be expensive, but that's like the one where we save everything and get ready for. So that's the best shout, and there'll be more on that later on in the year. But we're also trying to get our renting system back up again. That's something that we're trying to work out. So we have a couple of digital cameras, a couple of lenses, and other sorts of various equipments that people should be able to like get access to at some point during this year. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, it's a bunch of different things.
So do you have a favourite moment you've had whilst being in PhotoSoc that you'd like to share and kind of explain a little bit?
I think my favourite moment for me was the Lisbon trip last year. We were very lucky. We do an ISB trip every year during the January break, and it's about 3 days where we go abroad somewhere to try and take photos in a different landscape. And I haven't really been abroad much in my life, let alone abroad on my own without like family members looking after me. So like to go there and be a bit nervous about what I was going to find and still be welcomed by the society. And they were really like calm and in telling me where to go for what part of my passport, X, Y, Z. And it was that part where I was like, first of all, I'm doing something on my own, which is incredible, but I'm also surrounded by amazing people who are looking out for me at the same time. And I also got so much inspiration from that trip from different people, because we all have different photography styles and different genres of art coming together, and working on a project over 3 days was a great opportunity. So that was probably my favourite moment, and I can't wait for this year's.
So you're going to plan another trip this year in the semester break?
Yeah, our ISB officer, Sophie, is working hard, and we're going to sort out where we're going and get sort of like a survey running about where people are interested in. Like we've had Rome and Portugal before as well. So it'll be interesting to see where we go next.
That is really interesting because most societies don't offer that. So an abroad trip is definitely something I think loads of freshers will be interested in, especially because they've already had the independence of obviously leaving home for the first time, but now it's kind of going abroad and kind of being in that safe environment, people looking after you, and you're not going to go out and get lost, hopefully.
It's a great way to go somewhere new, knowing that you've got people around you. And also we try to keep it as cheap as possible so that everybody has access to it. So yeah.
So on the vein of kind of independence and learning new skills, what would you say is kind of some of the main points you've taken away from joining Photosoc? Like, how has it impacted you as a person?
It's impacted me a lot. It's given a lot more confidence to me to go out and do things. Like my Freshers Week last year was full of rain, and so I didn't get a chance to go out much. And that first Freshers Photo Walk was like my first opportunity to see the city, and doing that made me feel like warmly welcomed into Bath itself, because I got to see the place. I got to meet such amazing people. So it's given me the confidence to go out and do stuff. Like I went on a 12-mile walk to take photos last year, and I wouldn't have done that had I not come to Bath and known that there were so many amazing people around to support me. So yeah, it's a great opportunity there.
Yeah, so at least they teach you everything, and that's really encouraging. It's a bit like media where you kind of learn everything, and you can come with no experience and everything's kind of there for you. So I think it sounds like a really supportive environment, which is really nice to hear. So for those wanting to do a little bit more niche photography, you said you had film photography, what other avenues are kind of the key members of committee kind of very interested in?
Well, our film officer, Kat, was yapping all day yesterday. She brought in these amazing cameras that I can't even remember the name of because they're like so old. And she was like talking about all the unconventional ways that you can take a photo. And one of the things that I'm really fond of is souping, which comes with film. And it's basically you get your film and then you mix like all these random chemicals, like household ingredients. Like I think I put chai, like the tea bags, in with like some kind of spice, and it disrupted the chemicals and made the photos look funky. So a lot of like our interest, us two, is based on film, but there's so many different avenues that you can go down to, and you can talk to any of the committee members and they'll all have a personal preference. Like I think Sean, our secretary, talks a lot about city photography and street photography, and so that's a great avenue to go down as well. So yeah, we all have different perspectives of what we're interested in.
So when you say you do film photography, when you want to go and develop those photos, is it like group trips to go into a centre, or do you have somewhere nearby that you go? What kind of happens with that process, and how often can students go there?
I wish we had the opportunity to have our own dark room. It's something that we're seeking out, but for now we tend to send them off independently. What's great in the group chat is that if you're ever confused about where you send them off to, you can just ask, and it doesn't even have to be a committee member. There'll be somebody in the society who'd be like, you go to this place, not this place, because this place is cheaper than this place, but also does things better than this place, XYZ. So there is just so many opportunities, and we're looking to find a way to make this clear and understandable on like some sort of web page.
Yeah. So obviously you said you have your city walk next week. In your opinion, where's the best place in Bath to take a photo?
Oh, where's the best place in Bath? Oh, I have spent so many hours on Bathwick Hill taking photos, just because I think this is where things change the most, while having like, I really like looking at like change through time, and spring on Bathwick Hill is beautiful because you get all the flowers coming through, but then like autumn comes eventually and you have like all the trees turning orange, and I think that's also really beautiful with like Pulteney Bridge as well, looking at the orange trees going on. There's just too many places to name. I could talk about this place forever. It's just such a beautiful environment.
No, I love. So in terms of freshers joining, obviously, so many freshers will join societies to make friends and be part of a community. How would you describe, PhotoSoc as a community?
Friendly, a vibe. We are definitely a vibe. We're very chill, and there's never an obligation to turn up to every single thing. We're warmly welcoming everybody, and every member is here to give tips and also here to learn. So yeah, that's the best way to sum it up. We're chill and eager to get to know more inspirations.
Yeah. No, I think it sounds really good. What else this year have you got coming up that you think maybe freshers would be excited about? You said you've got your trip, you've got your competition.
Yeah, we've got a couple more competitions on the way. So yeah, we've got the trip, we've got the film social. Again, that's like the biggest, most exciting event that we have, because again, that's a great opportunity for people on a budget to try out things. We've got a bunch of competitions coming up with collaborations with other societies as well. So stay tuned on that, because I'm not sure if I'm allowed to release that, but we've got some interesting ones coming up with like different departments and how we can connect different societies together, and that's a great way to reach the wider SU community.
So do you have the opportunities for members, if they want to submit their photography, like a support process for awards or against other unis, like a more larger competition? Is there something available for them for that?
Right now, we don't have any like submission points for advice, but genuinely the best advice on that perspective is to, if you're comfortable, and most people are, because again, we are a chill society. People can just send in photos to the group chats, because they've been doing that for years. There's this one guy that has so many space photos. He'll go out across the night and take photos and send them to group chat, and then he'll get reactions and advice and tips. And so that's probably the best port of call, is to always look at how the WhatsApp group responds to messages and go, yay, I love this photo, let me share it and see what advice I can get. And that's probably the best way.
So it's a really supportive space.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's really good to hear, because it's very like a creative community. There's no competition. It's very supportive. It's always something I think freshers really engage with, because it's a kind of step away from sport where it's very like heavy on competitiveness. It's a real break from kind of the everyday, I think.
Absolutely, yeah. We are all amateurs and we're all learning together, so there should never be any hesitance to not share a photo.
So as we've got only a few minutes left, I wanted to open the floor out to you and ask you, if you're talking directly to the freshers now, what would you say is the few pieces of information that you'd say is really key as to why you think they'd miss out if they didn't join PhotoSoc this year?
First port of call is that you'd miss out on all the good spots in Bath. We scurry around trying to get good photos of places that go undiscovered. So if you're really trying to find those niche perfect locations in Bath, I know I've talked about Bathwick Hill and that's like the classic. We don't gatekeep though. So like if you pop on and you're like, hey, where's the best place to take XYZ? We'll be able to give that to you. So come join us, because we have the amazing secret spots of Bath. Also, it's just a great learning opportunity. Arts are crazily essential for our well-being, especially in such busy degree life. It's a great way to chill. We don't do things on a demanding timetable. We do chill weekends out, so there's never like demands and tricky times to do things. And so, yeah, I think, we have the best spots in Bath. We know where places are. We can give advice, and we have a chill timetable, and we go on holiday, and that's pretty cool. People like that.
So have you got any other workshops coming up? You mentioned you had the pinhole camera workshop. I know the other girl was supposed to come today, but her bus broke down.
Yeah.
But is there any workshops you're aware of that will be coming up?
We've got a couple ideas in the works, and I think we'll just have to say stay tuned. Keep an eye on the Instagram, join our WhatsApp, and we'll give all the updates there when things are properly planned.
So what is the app for your Instagram, for anyone wondering?
We are SU Bath PhotoSoc.
Okay, brilliant. So I think that's all we have time for today.
Amazing.
But thank you so much for coming to talk to us.
Thank you.
I wish you a really good rest of your Freshers Week. Hopefully the people watching really, really want to join, because I even want to join now.
Oh, please come join us.
I want to know where all these niche photo spots are.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love it that you don't gatekeep.
No, come
there's
join
secrets
us.
there. But yeah, thank you so much for coming.
Thank
Have a
you.
great rest of your Freshers Week.
You too.
And hopefully lots of people come on your walk on Sunday.
Yay, thank you.
No worries. We'll be back shortly with the next interview, but for now, enjoy a view of Chancellor's Green. Welcome back to Campus TV Goes Live for Freshers Week. We are now joined by Persian Society. Would you like to introduce your name and your role?
Hi guys, I'm Daniel. I'm the chair of Persian Society. I'm really happy to be the chair this year.
So how's Freshers Week going so far?
Freshers Week has gone all right. We had a games night on Wednesday, so a lot of people came to that. It was a collab with ISOC, Bangladesh SOC, Pak SOC, and Arab SOC. So it was great to have all the societies combined, especially Middle Eastern regions. And we have an event tonight, so if anyone's live right now, join us.
Where's the event tonight?
Chancellor's Building, actually.
Oh, what time?
6 to 8:30.
What can they expect to get out of this event?
Well, we brought some board games, some traditional ones. We got backgammon. We brought some
Ooh.
cards for everyone to play. We brought snacks. We've got some speakers to play some music. So hopefully it'll be like a nice Persian gathering.
A nice vibey gathering.
Yeah.
So how was the stall for you yesterday?
So unfortunately, we couldn't get a stall on Thursday.
That's so sad.
So yesterday, but we have one on Monday in the Founders Hall.
Okay, so they can
So-
find you on Monday.
Yeah, hopefully.
Have you got
people
any
come.
games for your stall at all?
We've got 2 sets of backgammon. We've got cards. We're gonna make a quiz and give out a T-shirt giveaway. So
A T-shirt giveaway.
yeah.
Okay. Nice. So you got merch.
I mean, it's not officially from us, but like one of
Oh,
our friends
okay.
does calligraphy, and we told him to
Ooh.
make us some T-shirts, and he did.
Nice. So freshers can look out for the free shirts.
Yeah,
Ooh,
we should
very
come
nice.
on.
So for anyone who doesn't know what your society is about and what you do you want to just explain what you guys get up to and what kind of activities you do on a weekly basis?
So it's Persian society. It's mostly like we're trying to aim to have everyone joining, but we also want to have a strong Persian community. Because I know a lot of people, they come from home and they feel a bit out of place. So Persian society is the place they should definitely come to. We try to have an event every 2 weeks. We're planning some events to Persian restaurants here in Bath and in Bristol as well. And like the gatherings are like, it's a Persian word called mehmunis, and it's basically like the Persian word for party. We try to have them every like 2 weeks or something, have everyone come round, either do it in like a pub or on campus.
So in terms of the parties, is it non-drinking, drinking, or a kind of mixture of both?
Well, in Persian culture, you get a mix, to be honest. You get some people that drink, some people that don't. I mean, everyone's free to do whatever they want, you know. It'll be great, but we'll probably have some drinks out if it's possible, if the SU lets us. But yeah.
So obviously you said it's really nice for people because they're away from home. When they join, how do you try and create a bit of a community?
Well, the first thing we do is we see if they speak Farsi or not, which is like the thing language. Because some people, they've grown up in the UK, so they don't speak the actual like native language. So I try and feel everyone inclusive by speaking to everyone. Like if they speak Farsi, I speak to them in Farsi. If it's in English, in English. And we just try and make everyone feel welcome. On games night, we had a lot of people come in. And like I just said, guys, like here's some cards, just play and get to know each other. Like there's no need to be awkward.
And is it a big society?
Unfortunately, not really. We don't get a lot of Persians coming, but like the people that come, they're usually there to stay. It's a strong community when we get some people coming.
So have you got any big events happening this year? Have you got any celebrations or anything that people can get involved in?
Well, there's 4 main events, which like I definitely recommend anyone that's on the channel right now should definitely come to. So the first one's Shab-e Yalda. It's the winter solstice, if I'm saying it right. It's the longest night of the year, and Persians celebrate that by getting together. Usually, like the traditional thing is you wear red and you eat pomegranate. So like that's what we do. The next one is Çarşamba Suri, which is the last Wednesday of the Persian calendar year. So Persians have their own distinct calendar. It follows a solar calendar. And the last Wednesday of the year, we celebrate. And usually, we go out, usually to a desert or something, set some fires. We jump over the fire, get some kebab going. It's all that. The next event is Nowruz, which is basically the Persian New Year. And Nowruz basically means new day in Persian. And I know the Kazakhstan society and Uzbekistan, a lot of countries in that region also celebrate it, and it's honestly the biggest event of the year. So we're really excited for that.
So you said the one about the desert when you go and set things on fire, I think you said.
Yeah.
So how would you celebrate that here in Bath? Obviously we have no deserts. What kind of events do you have on for that?
So the thing we would do is I think Victoria Park, you're allowed to have barbecues. It's the
Okay.
only place that you're allowed to do. So both for Çarşamba Suri and Sizdabedar, which is the 13th day of the new year, we'll just go into the park. We'll have some like barbecue set up, some kebabs going, so everyone can just feel right at home again.
So what would you say is your main reason that you wanted to join it? Was it to escape kind of the loneliness of not having people from back home and wanting to find more of a community with people from a similar background, or was it some other reasons?
Well, to be honest, I grew up in Dubai, so I wasn't around Persian culture much, but I would go around every like year or so for a while. But when I came here, especially with like it being very new and stuff, I really wanted to like find a strong Persian community and actually like be immersed in it a lot more, because I wasn't that immersed in it in my childhood. So when I came, first thing I asked the chair was, how do I become the chair next year? Because I really wanted to be a part of it.
So you said that you have the opportunity to speak the home language. So for those who maybe aren't as strong and they're not properly fluent, is there kind of the supportive space to learn more and become fluent?
Yeah, if people actually are down to come, we're going to try and do like weekly poetry readings, because we have a lot of like nice poetry. I don't know if you guys know it, Rumi and them. And if people actually come to those, that'll be great, because we'll teach them Farsi, we'll help them to read. But we have to see if the support is there or not to do an event like that. But honestly, whether you speak Farsi or not, whether you're Persian or not, it's a great environment to come to.
So what would you say is your best moment so far of being involved in Persian Sock?
So far it's only been like a couple of weeks that I've been chair. But last year as like a normal member, Nowruz was like, honestly, it was one of like the most enjoyable moments of the year. Not just as a society, like in general. Because like we booked the Claverton rooms out, and we had like kebabs. We had the kebabs going. We had some music. We had a DJ. We danced for like I think 3 hours straight. So it was really fun.
Ah, cool. And what are you most excited for this year?
This year it's again Nowruz. I really want to make it a much bigger event this year, and we have a lot of Persian professors on campus. So I also want to get a stronger connection with the faculty this year as well.
Yeah, and so you try quite often to collaborate with other groups and societies?
I mean, we try every so often and stuff, but because like I feel like Persians, they feel homesick and stuff, just to like serve like the community better, we just try to keep it ourselves. But we do encourage other people to come to our events and stuff. But collabs wise, like Persians quite a distinct culture, so there's not much overlap with like the other societies, so we're mostly just on our own usually.
Yeah. And so if freshers want to get in touch with you, how can they?
Well, they have my email. And there's a society Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the one you were looking
Yeah.
for. Yeah. So we have the society Instagram. It's just Bath Persian Sock. And all the details are on there. We post everything on there anyway, so that's the best place to contact us.
So for your events, do you have the opportunity for members to bring in cuisine from maybe their hometown and different places? Or do you get people in? Is it kind of more of a culture experience with everyone involved, or is it a chance for them to try something you've got in?
Well, there was a cultural potluck last year that I think won the SU award. So that was like, I think, an example of people bringing their own cuisines in and everyone meeting each other. But usually I want to keep it really Persian based and like push out the Persian culture.
Yeah.
Because like I feel like I don't want to disrespect other cultures here, but I feel like our food's just the best.
Yeah. So you get it from all different kind of within like the whole Persian sphere.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different kind of variations. You get
A
to
lot.
try a lot of different things.
Yeah. We have like in Iran itself, you have almost like 20 different ethnicities. So
Wow.
it's
So
a very diverse country.
a
so
lot of different food.
yeah, a lot of different food. Like a lot of different languages as well.
So you mentioned that you go on trips to kind of your favorite Persian restaurants here in Bath and Bristol.
Yeah.
Can you give us some examples of some that you think are right up there?
So there's only one in Bath, but it's quite up there, Baba's Mezze. We've planned one last year, and we're gonna do one this year as well. And the food's amazing. The restaurant vibe is just literally how I feel when I want to go back home.
And any in Bristol that you'd recommend?
There's Sam's Master Grill. It's up north in Bristol, but it's only like a 20-minute walk from the city centre. That's quite good as well.
Okay. And your favourite dish that you'd say from back home?
I think my favorite dish is from my own hometown. It's called beryun. It's like a lamb patty, and like it's fried in like a really, really big pan. So you cook a lot at the same time, and that's just my favorite dish.
That sounds really nice. It really does. So in terms of how you're going to get new members, you've got your stall on Monday, and then you've got your first social. Did you say that was?
The first social's tonight, so it's like
Tonight.
the first meet and greet. That's what we branded it as. And based on how tonight goes, we're going to try and do another one maybe next week or the week after, maybe like a night out in the town for like all the freshers to go see the town, get like...
Do you do like a
family.
bi-weekly social? Are they always the same sort of activities, or do you go out and do different things?
I'm going to try and keep it really diverse this year so people get a taste of everything. But usually I feel like even the Persians that come here, they're not really too like sensitive about whether it's actually really a cultural event. They just want to be around other Persians. So wherever we pick, we'll make it Persian anyway.
So for any freshers who are from the Persian area, why would you say they should join, and what do you think they'd be missing out on if they didn't get involved?
Well, you'll miss out on the Nowruz events. You'll miss out on Charsham Basuri, all of those events. I definitely recommend you guys come because the food's great and the vibes are just the best.
So in terms of recruitment, is it going well so far? Do you think you're getting a lot of interest? Have you got a lot of messages?
I mean, yeah, we had a couple new members come, which is, I know it sounds small because we have loads of big societies on campus, but for like such a small community, I feel like we've made sure that they feel represented in Bath as well. And the new ones that come, they feel right at home. It's not like intimidating to come into the event. Like not everyone's just staring at you and stuff. So I try and make it like good vibes.
I feel like it doesn't matter that it's small, it's just nice that it's everyone from kind of the same background being able to have that shared space.
That's literally it.
Because I feel like we have bigger ones like Caledonian and other ones, but this one, although it's smaller and a little bit more niche, I feel like it is nice because those few students that come every year, they have this little pocket that they can go in and kind of find people that they can really relate to and not feel so lonely.
That's literally how it is, because often we find that like friend groups form within the society itself. So it's not that like I have to go out my way each time to actually plan like a society event or a social. Like I just see on the group chat people are talking anyway, like, oh, let's go here today or let's go there.
They kind of plan themselves.
Yeah, it just feels like a natural friend group, to be honest. It doesn't feel like I'm the chair and I'm actually trying to like get people to come anymore. It just feels like just a community now.
Would you be interested if, I don't know if Bristol has a similar society at their uni or any other unis in the kind of the West area, would you be interested in doing a collaboration at some point this year with any of them?
Well, we spoke to Bristol a couple of times last year, but unfortunately the timing just didn't work out. But definitely this year we want to plan with Bristol. And maybe if it's possible for the big Nowruz event, I think the Persian Society from Manchester had actually contacted us because we have a big network of all the Persian societies because we're quite small. We try and like all connect. And we might do a really big one in London this year, book out like a hotel venue and make it really official.
Oh, that would be really, really good.
Yeah.
So you mentioned several celebration events. What kind of time period do they occur in for anyone who's maybe not so educated?
So the Nowruz events, like the Persian New Year events are always in the spring because it's the spring equinox. And the winter solstice event is usually towards the end of December. But because people will be on holiday, I'm going to do it earlier. So it won't be as like wise timing-wise, but it's it.
Have you got anything you're particularly looking forward to this year apart from the celebrations, or any like key achievements you want to like achieve by the end of the year?
Well, I do want to build a stronger connection with the faculty this year and definitely get like a stronger support base for the Persian students themselves, especially with like studying and like career options and like their future here in England or wherever they end up going. And I feel like connecting with the professors and faculty would be really good for them. So we hopefully try and get some speakers in or something.
So I wanted to ask how you got involved and kind of what made you want to go for chair. I know you were thinking, I want to get involved in this and I want to become chair, but how did that come about? How did you find out about this society?
So when I got accepted to Bath, like on results day, I went on the SC website and I just typed in Persian Society and I saw, oh, we have one, great. But I ended up coming a bit late, so I didn't get to see like the freshers events and stuff. But then the first event they did was a shisha night, so I went to that, and then like I just met everyone, and like that's how it all came to happen. Like I met the chair, and we really hit it off. And then I was speaking to him. I was like, I really do want to get involved in this year. So I came to all the events, and I tried to like show myself and made sure that everyone knew who I was and like what I want to bring forward to the society next year.
Trying to get that clear win for chair.
Yeah.
So in our last 2 minutes, I want to open the floor out to you to kind of speak directly with the freshers now and tell them why they miss out and why they should really get involved in your society if they're from that sort of background.
Well, if you're from Iran, you should definitely come. You'll make the community a lot stronger, and I'm sure everyone will be happy to have you guys. We do want big numbers for our events, so if the more Iranians we get, the better events we can plan, especially for the really cultural ones. We can book bigger rooms, and if we get the funding, we can do it at hotels or really nice lavish restaurants. So it's all up to the people here. I can't do much.
The promise of events.
Yeah, the promise of events is the best I can give them.
Yeah, and good food, hopefully.
Good food, definitely good food.
Yeah, you want more people to bring more nice food.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to have Baba's Meze cater if they let us, so.
Oh, that would be good. Okay, so they're coming socials tonight. So everyone come in the Chancellor's building tonight and get involved, and you can meet you and the rest of your committee, I imagine, are there. And then next week you have a few more events on. So anyone who's watching this, please do get involved if you're Persian. Even if not, maybe just come and have a little look and see if you can learn something new. And thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me today.
Have you got any more things you want to say to the freshers? You've got a few more seconds that you can use. But if not, have a great Freshers Week.
Thank you so much. Have a great day, guys.
We're now going to show you guys the clip from Freshers Week, the arena night on Tuesday night, the Show Your Colours, and give you a taste of what you're missing out on if you haven't got that wristband.
I left my job, my boss, my car, and my home. I'm leaving for a destination I still don't know. Somewhere nobody must have duties at all. And if you like this, you can follow me. So let's go. Follow me. And let's go to the place where we belong and leave our troubles at home. Come with me. We can go to a paradise of love and joy, a destination unknown, no, 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 destination unknown.
Hello and welcome back to CTV Goes Live for Freshers Week. We are now joined by Film Sock. Hello, how are you guys doing?
We're doing okay.
Yeah, we've been good. Yesterday was Groups Day, so we've definitely been advertising the SOC a lot and telling people what we're about.
So if you want to just introduce your names and your roles.
Hi, I'm Nathan, and I'm the chair.
I'm Jay, and I'm vice chair.
So how's Freshers Week been going? Was yesterday really good? Were you getting a lot of interest?
Yesterday was quite good. We definitely got a lot of interest because it's movies, and who doesn't like movies? So that was quite good. We gave information about our screenings, our socials, and stuff like that. Asked people to write down their favorite movies. So yesterday was quite good.
We for the past 4 days we've been doing this thing called Secret Cinema, where we sort of give clues onto what movie will be screened each day, and then we will announce it maybe a couple of hours before the screening to see. And yeah, we're screening quite different films each day because we're collabing with different societies, and it allows for everyone to go to the films that they're interested in. So I think it's a really nice way for freshers to meet each other.
So what films have you had so far?
So we've done Moneyball, the Rocky Horror Picture Show, which is my personal favourite that we've done so far. We also done what did we do on Monday again? Bugs Life, that's it. And on Wednesday we did I keep forgetting. Yeah, no, that's on Saturday.
Spoilers.
But did we actually?
Spoilers.
Oh, okay, fair enough. And yeah, but Rocky Horror Picture Show was my personal favourite, and I think we actually got quite a good turnout for that one because generally quite a lot more people came compared to other screenings, and people seem to enjoy it after. So yeah, I'm happy about that. Yeah.
So for anyone who doesn't know, what does FilmSoc do and what kind of activities do you run on a weekly basis?
So bi-weekly we do screenings in 8 West 1.1 on Mondays and Thursdays. You can literally just come to any film that you're interested in. That's the great thing about it. It's a really relaxed, chill society. You can just turn up whenever you want. We also do themed weeks. So we screen the films based on a different theme each week. So for example, you might do something in collabs with the ACS and show African or Caribbean films. You might collab with a different society like dance and show or a sports society and do sports films. Or we also have done director weeks before, so to shine light on a particular director. There's honestly loads of different themes that we can think of, and we want to bring more this year. Also, we're planning on improving socials this year. So in particularly to do with going out to pubs and stuff like that, just finding more ways in order to create a better community within our society. I think that's really important to us. And yeah, for the socials, you have to join via the SU website and get an official membership.
And so how do members find out what's being showed each week?
So definitely we do posts on Instagram and we announce them on WhatsApp. But for every Thursday, we do a poll on the SU website in which members can vote out of the 4 options what movie they actually want to watch. And we announce it at least a week in advance on Instagram.
That's cool. And so who comes up with the ideas of what's being watched?
It's mostly committee, but sometimes we might do themed weeks. Like Nathan said, it'll be action, it'd be a director, it'd be a collab with some societies, and based on that and based on kind of what we think and what we have in inventory, we might select those movies and give those options.
Yeah, we do very willingly take the options of just the general people in the society, because we think it's really important for everyone to have an input. And also we do polls each week based off of the themes that we select as a committee. So people can basically decide 1 out of 4 films from that theme that they want to see on each day. And I think that's a good thing because it also allows people to make choices on what they actually want to see each week.
Yeah. So with a fresher getting involved, how little and how big can they get involved?
So it's a very chilled out sock, so it can be as little as they want. Say there's a movie they like and it's being shown, they can just show up and watch that. Or if they want to get more involved, they can always reach out and kind of give their input, type in suggestions, anything we could improve on, or any feedback they have. They can always just rock up to a committee member, say that, or message us on any of our socials.
So apart from the screenings you do on a week-to-week basis, are you planning any bigger events, like maybe like an open-air screening or a trip out to go and see something?
Yeah, we're actually planning on doing some cinema trips this year. So that's I'm really looking forward to putting that through actually, because yeah, I'd love to go to like the Odeon or the Picture House, for example, to see some actual films in the actual cinema. So we can basically just get like different scenery apart from just like one lecture hall. Do you get what I mean?
Okay, so in social-wise, you're saying you're trying to work on socials to make them more community-based. What would you say is your favourite one you've had so far from being involved in years previously?
Well, so I only just joined uni last year, and I'd say my favourite film sock social that we did last year was the white t-shirt social, because I drew a whole poster on my t-shirt, and I still have the t-shirt actually, so I'm quite proud of that one. Yeah.
Very artistic. Very nice.
I
Will you
hope
be
so.
doing it again?
Maybe, yeah. I could definitely do it for like a different film, because I actually really enjoyed drawing it last year, so I'd do it again, yeah.
So when's your first official social happening? Because you've had a few screenings this Freshers Week. When's the first one that freshers could come and meet you all in a more casual setting?
Next Saturday. That's our first social. It's potentially going to be a white t-shirt social, same as last year. We've not really decided on the specifics yet, but it's definitely next Saturday, and it's a white t-shirt social.
Okay, and do you have anything else coming up this Freshers Week that freshers can get involved in or come watch?
Well, we still have 2 more screenings for Secret Cinema. I do think the film that we're screening tonight is quite popular, so I do think that a lot of people will enjoy it. So I'm looking forward to hearing about the general like feedback on that night, because I hope that people enjoy the film, because it is a very good film in my opinion. So I hope people enjoy it as much as I do.
So if someone wants to recommend a film, is there a process they have to go through? Like, do you check it on certain databases? Do you have a library? Is it all based on what kind of is available to you?
So we basically have like a storage. In storage, we kind of have a few boxes of films that we've purchased. So if someone wants to watch a film that we don't have in storage, we can easily buy it and screen it for them. But we do have quite a lot of films, so often enough we have the film in storage, because we do have quite a lot. And if you were at our Freshers Fair yesterday, we showed quite a lot of films on our table.
So as it's a regular screening, do you have a set room that you're in every week? Where can freshers find you?
Every Monday, every Thursday, 8 West 1.1. That's basically our room. It's the same all year, same time. And yeah, that's where we show all our weekly screenings.
So after the screenings, do you guys stay together and meet up, or is it just get together, watch the film, and then wait till the next screening?
Well, actually, this year we want to kind of have some sort of like discussion time after some of our films, so we can discuss like what we thought about the film, because I'd love to hear the people in our society's opinions about the films. And we'll also we also might put forward potentially doing some of our socials like directly after the film. So yeah, I think that's just something we're going to discuss as a committee.
Cool. And so in terms of any events or screenings this year or themes, is there anything both of you are really excited for?
We won't reveal that just yet, but we have some themes which we have decided which could be quite popular amongst most people.
So you said your themes are released. Are they normally released on Instagram? Where can they find the little teasers for the films?
Most of them are released on Instagram quite in advance, and honestly, if you see the movies, then you'd probably know what theme it is anyway. But yeah, they're released on Instagram.
Okay, so if a fresher watching wants to join, and they're on the fence, they're not quite sure, what would you say is your main reason you think they should join? What would they be missing out on if they don't get involved?
I mean, I feel like one of the main principles we have as a society is that it's very you can just go whenever you want. So what we aim to do really is keep showing a wide variety of films. So any fresher that potentially might feel like they don't want to come to a certain film, they might find something that they're interested in. So we want to just like we want to show films for everyone's interest.
And do you do kind of seasonal showings as well? Like you do stuff for Halloween? Got anything planned for that?
Yes, we do. We're going to definitely show some horror films for Halloween, I suppose you could call it. And for the last week leading up to Christmas, we also show to plan some Christmas films for that. And potentially we could do like any other holidays, like Valentine's Day or something like that.
So in terms of how you two got involved, I've always found it quite useful for freshers that are interested in joining to find out how the current committee got involved, because it kind of encourages them to come from whatever course they've come from and try something new. So it'd be nice to hear how you guys personally got involved.
Speaking of me, I was a committee last year as well, and I liked it very much. It's pretty good, especially on a Monday or a Thursday after lectures. You can just relax and watch a movie on campus and then go back. It's really good, and course-wise, we're a very diverse society in that aspect. I do comp sci. No one else in committee does my course, and it's totally fine. It's not very course specific, but yeah, it's just relaxing after a Monday full of lectures.
I completely agree. It is definitely a way to wind down after days full of lectures. But for me, because I'm second year, I joined uni last year, and because I've always loved film, I knew when I found out about the Film Society, I knew in the Freshers' Fair that I immediately wanted to join it. So I became a committee member quite quickly. I started attending quite a lot of the screenings, and then that's when I realised I think I actually want to be on the committee. And the chair of last year told me that I should run for it, and I was very willing because it was something that I actually wanted to do. So I'm very happy now that I can have a say in like what films are screened, and also try to make the community in the Bath University Film Society better.
So I'm going to give you a minute just to kind of explain to freshers why you think they should join. Kind of just sell yourselves for a minute and kind of tell them what they could be getting involved with. Obviously, we've spoken about that already, but just kind of a 1 minute sales pitch.
You should definitely join us, because who doesn't like watching movies on a Monday full of lectures? You can wind down. We have interesting socials, and it's a diverse selection of movies, so you won't be watching the same mainstream things. And yeah, you might find it very interesting and relaxing, and that's kind of my pitch.
I mean, I'd basically say everything that Jay says. It's just it's not like full on at all. It's just very, very relaxing, and I'm hoping that we can host a lot of fun socials this year at various different places, and yeah.
So will you be at the fair on Monday as well?
Will we? Yeah, we will.
Okay, so they can find you at the fair, and then what's the Instagram that they can find you on?
We'll be our Instagram handle is just Bar Film Sock. So we'll be announcing our stall, so we can attract people to come to our stall there.
So thank you guys so much for talking to us.
Thank you
we
so much
wish
as
you
well.
a really good Freshers Week for the rest of the few days, and hopefully lots of recruitment this year, and fun at the screenings as well.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you for talking to us. And we're now going to talk to our next society, so keep watching. Hello and welcome back to CTV Goes Live for Freshers Week. We're here with Engineers Without Borders. Hello. How are you guys doing?
Good, thanks.
And what are your guys' names and committee roles?
So I'm Alice and I'm secretary.
And I'm Laura and I'm treasurer.
So how's Freshers Week gone for you guys so far?
Good. We've had the groups fair yesterday, so I was quite busy. Got quite a few people joining our WhatsApp, so that's good.
Yeah. We've been quite busy because we had to submit some competition thing on Wednesday, so that was the whole society getting together, the whole committee, trying to get that done.
What competition was this for?
Just to get us some funding so we can do lots of outreach this year, fingers crossed.
So for any freshers wondering what your society is and what it's about, can you explain to anyone watching what you guys do and what you get up to?
Sure. So we're all about STEM outreach and breaking down barriers to engineering, whether that's in terms of like education, so kind of like talking to primary schools, or in terms of like design challenges to kind of improve our engineering. Yeah, it's all about kind of responsible engineering and engineering.
So do you have to be an engineering student to get involved with it, or can you just be from any background?
I think anyone.
Yeah, we basically market it as like any STEM because any STEM can get involved. We had a biology student help us last year when we were doing a design challenge because we needed some expertise on like conservation and things like that. So any discipline is very helpful. Yeah.
And in terms of events or projects throughout the year, do you want to talk us through what you guys do?
We're hoping to do outreach this year. Last year was a bit of a for our society, so sort of building it back up from the ground. But outreach, we've got a lot of schools that we want to do outreach with students, mainly primary schools. But then we've also got, so we're part of a massive charity, UK charity. So the charity itself hosts design challenges every year, so we'll do that as well. I think we've got a sustain-a-thon geared up for this term. I'm not actually sure what that entails, you know.
I think it's in collaboration with TCS, I think. It's like an external company. But yeah, I'm not sure about the event running yet. We need to
yeah.
And so when you get a design challenge, like in the past, what have these been and how involved do you guys get?
Yeah, so last year our design challenge was, so we got to pick and we ended up with like the challenge was to design a sustainable community infrastructure type project. So each of the chapters is what they're called in the UK for each university. So we each get to think of a solution. And then we got a small team. There was about 6 or 7 of us who were actually involved with the challenge, but more people hopefully will get involved this year. And we basically design the whole project from ground up. Then we go to whichever university is holding that competition that year and go and present it and hopefully go out and win.
Cool. And is it just student-based or do you ever get any external help, maybe lecturers involved?
So we didn't last year, but I think we're definitely looking at
labs and stuff.
Yeah, getting speakers in. And we've got a few definitely companies that have outreached to us that want to get involved with what we're doing.
Yeah, I think like sustainability and like engineering responsibility is such a massive thing at the moment, and it's obviously really important. So I think a lot of people want to get involved, so it should be good.
So your society seems quite like collaborative and quite serious. So if you've got socials you run alongside, so the team can kind of step away and have a little bit more casual time. So what kind of things do you get up to if you do that?
Yeah, so we definitely want to build the social side because it is quite a serious thing. We have actually got one on Tuesday that we're trying to kind of get people to get some meet more people, make friends. But yeah, we definitely want to get socials going this year.
Yeah, I think the aim is because a lot of the events that the charity does are like big, serious events. We want to do small scale, design projects, design-a-thons, things like that can get everyone involved. And then also the socials hopefully can help that as well. Yeah.
So how can students get involved with you? Who do they contact? What do they do?
So we have like Instagram and a WhatsApp group, and we'll just kind of promote any events that are happening. Because I think rather than like it's not like a sport in terms of every week you meet up, but any events that we post will just be advertised and you can just come along. There's no commitment. I think it's kind of come along to whichever you like, whenever you like. Socials as well. So
Yeah, we have a free membership if you get the
yeah, it's part of the group
society, so.
society.
So how did you guys get involved in the society in the first place?
So last year I went to one of the first socials, and there wasn't many first years in the society last year, and we're both second years now. So I personally didn't do a huge amount last year, but this year I was kind of like, I want to reach out, and I knew a few people who were involved last year, so I was like, just see how it goes. But,
Yeah, I remember going to the Freshers First stall and being really interested because they said they were going to do a collaboration with the Duck Society, and then they never actually did. So I was a bit disappointed, but they did do the design challenge, and I got involved with that because that went through the WhatsApp, and then I just signed up, and from then on got involved and really enjoyed it.
Maybe you can get involved with Duck Society this year.
I said this. I said we need to get collaborative
I
with
think
them.
we're going to collaborate with everyone.
Like a design challenge for ducks.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
So if you were to explain to freshers why you think they should join, what would you say is like the most positive attributes they get out of it and make it worth their time being involved?
Yeah, well, I think it's really important to know, I mean, it's obviously sustainability based, so it's a big education thing, but also you get out a lot of leadership and problem solving skills. I mean, if we're doing design challenges, I mean, that's all creativity, innovation. Get to know a lot of new people because you have to work in teams. It's all loads of things you can add also to your CV, to LinkedIn, whatever you want, if you're into that. But yeah, no, it's a really great time, and we've got to know quite a few people through it, and it's been really fun.
I think it's nice to meet people who have similar kind of values as well, because getting into engineering, a lot of people, especially now, get into build things that are sustainable, to like make a better world. So everyone kind of has similar values and aligns, so it's nice to meet new people.
Yeah, I think that is a really important thing with today's generation as well. I think it'll be very interesting to see how, especially this coming in year, will respond to it, and you probably get a lot more interest, I think, as we realise it's more and more important.
I think we found that at Freshers Fair yesterday.
Yeah.
It was so busy, so many people. So
you guys going to be there again on Monday on the Freshers Fair?
I'm not sure. We did think about it, but I'm not sure if we can make it.
Yeah, partly because our committee is so small. It's still starting, but we'll see.
But Tuesday we've got a social.
So you said you had one of the design competitions coming up. Have you got any more exciting challenges that you're looking forward to other than that design challenge?
Yeah, so we've just, as part of our competition collaboration as a committee earlier this week, trying to pitch for more funding. So we're definitely going to try and plan more this semester. But the Sustainathon that's potentially next month is kind of our big thing. And then, we'll see how it goes.
See how that goes. So freshers can get involved in that. They don't need to have any prior experience at all.
No, not at all. I think I'm not sure how we'll do it kind of in-house versus the actual competition. Maybe we'll do like a
big group.
Yeah, I don't know.
Work out which one's the best ideas that we want to pitch forward.
Yeah, we might do kind of our own competition to then bring to the whole competition. But definitely anyone can get involved.
Do you think it's quite a learning space? So people coming from a non-engineering background learning design skills, is there like the support network to kind of help them understand what they're designing and how it works?
Yeah, I think it's very much collaboration. Like there's no expectation at all. Like first years, PhD students, like everyone's welcome. So yeah.
And all the committee are engineers, so we're happy to help. I mean, we're all second years.
Can't promise I'll help. I can try.
We'll try our best, but
I guess it will grow as you guys grow in uni. Yeah, that's quite nice. So, if you were to say to freshers about how the society's kind of improved yourselves personally and how you feel like it's grown with you, because obviously you said you had to build it back up from the ground. What would you say it's given back to you as well as you've given to it?
I mean, definitely from doing the design competition and things, I mean, I've been able to meet a whole host of new people. We went to the actual competition in Warwick, so we got to meet the lead of the whole competition and the people there, and they were all great, and actually we got to present, so the presentation skills, I feel much more confident about that, and you can add it to your LinkedIn profile. That's definitely got me a few more people asking about that.
Yeah, I know as well. Like a couple of us are STEM ambassadors as part of it, so it's a separate organisation. But so I've just signed up. It means you can you get a DBS check, so you can go into primary schools and do the kind of talks about what is engineering, how do you get into it. So that's kind of opportunity as well to kind of get involved in volunteering, kind of grow a bit more, meet more people.
Feel like you're, helping other people understand. And
definitely
feel like you're actually giving to others.
As the society's kind of developing this year, kind of building up again, what would you say is the main aim for you this year? What is the main achievement you want to say you have by the end of the year for your group?
That's a really good question.
Yeah. I guess the main thing is to kind of grow and get the message out there.
Definitely be able to reach a lot of people with our views and our values. And be able to grow. That's basically it. We just want to be able to make sure that people get an opportunity to do these sorts of things, because it's not always that, in university, sure, maybe you have collaborative teamwork, but that's never, going to competition or anything like that. So it's all those sort of skills that you gain from it being a competitive thing. Well, some of the design projects. Not everything has to be competitive. We won't make everything competitive. But also, presentation, meeting new people that you don't get when you're just in university, but when you actually join a society like this. Yeah.
You think it's quite a creative outlet as well that people can really get behind?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. We do a lot of, I remember a couple of years back they did can you make the longest marble run out of sustainable things? And I think I'm looking to do that again. I think that would be really fun. Yeah.
To have fun internal competitions.
Oh, 100%. That's definitely the aim as well.
So in our last few minutes, I wanted to kind of open the floor out to you guys and give you an opportunity one-on-one with any of the freshers watching to really push why you think they should get involved this year.
Thanks. So I guess if you're an engineer or someone interested in STEM and you want to spread the word to break down barriers to engineering, get involved, meet like-minded people. Yeah.
I think anyone who's interested in sustainability, regenerative design, anything like that, even architecture students are more than welcome to come, because we do a lot of civil type engineering and those sorts of projects. But just get involved, because it's a really great thing to do, great skills you learn from it. And put yourself out there, because the design projects are really, really good fun as well. You can pitch in your ideas and actually see something that you designed to actually go, win things, or other people hear about them and ask you about it. So it's really fun.
So the kind of effort equates to how you do. And
yeah.
It's quite nice because you get something back from it, which is quite good. Even if you don't win, you get something for your CV and skills.
Yeah.
So is there your Instagram handle? What is the Instagram handle they can find you on?
It's just EWB Bath. That's it.
Thank you guys so much for talking with us.
Thank you for having us.
So have a great Freshers Week, and hopefully lots of people will message you on Instagram. I'm assuming they can DM you for more information and access to the WhatsApp group.
Yeah, of course.
And they can probably find you if you've got anything. You've got your social on Tuesday. Do you know whereabouts that'll be and what time?
We have a room to be confirmed, but the time is I think it was 5:15 till 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they can check your Instagram to find out more.
100%. Yeah.
Perfect. So hopefully a lot of freshers will be joining you there. And thank you so much for talking to us.
No, thank you very much.
We will now be talking to University Radio Bath next. So join us again shortly. Hello and welcome back to the final show of the CTV Goes Live for Freshers Week. We are joined with University Radio Bath, one of our own from media. You want to introduce yourself and your role?
I'm Louis, I'm station manager, and I am second year. Apologies for my voice.
Libby went out last night, hence why she sounds like that. She doesn't usually sound like
this.
No,
you don't get like this if you're on radio, so...
Don't let that deter you.
Yeah.
Unless you scream, and then we probably would take you off.
Yeah.
So how's Freshers Week been going?
Busy, very busy. We had groups fair on Thursday. That was a lot, but it was really kind of, what's the word? Revitalising, because it's nice to see that much interest in radio. Because like kind of the build up to Freshers Week is like, you kind of have no clue how to gauge it. It's just like, let's do all of these things and hope people come. And people actually did come, and that was really cool. So that was really nice. And then we did taster sessions afterwards, pretty much the same. We had quite a few people show up, which is always nice. And I've just come from some actually, showed a few people around the radio. Luckily, Zach, one of our DJs, was in. So people that were interested in DJing were able to have a look at the decks and go on them and stuff. So that was pretty well timed. So yeah, kind of bits and bobs here and there. And then we've just been playing music when we're not doing important stuff and annoying everyone with it. So that's kind of been the week.
So what have you got coming up? You've got social on Tuesday.
Yep. So we got social on Tuesday. That is media, not just radio. So if you were interested in Bath Time, the magazine, or you were interested in CampusTV, come along. We won't hate you. It's open to everyone. It starts at the Lamb and Lion at 7. We have a discount. If you are a media member, you can have the discount, so you should come. And I think it's just a pub crawl with a bit of speed friending. I think that's the concept. So come along on a shirt, write down your top 3 favourite shows or songs, depending on whichever one you like. And then we kind of just go around asking questions about it, I think.
And you've got more taster sessions tomorrow?
We do. There's actually taster sessions going on right now. My head of news, Owen, is covering it. So if you're interested, go right now. The studio's open. So that stops at 5. And then our final kind of batch of tasters start at 11 tomorrow and finish at 1:30.
So where can they find the radio studio for any freshers?
Good question. So if you know where the market is in the SU, so you walk into the SU, market's straight in front of you. The studio is just to the right of that. It'll have URB written on it, but it is kind of easy to miss. If not, head into the media hub. That's kind of the big office right to your right. It's got like a cardboard cutout of David Attenborough in it, if that helps. So go in there. Someone will probably be in there, and we can just take you to the studio and show you around.
So for freshers who aren't aware of what URB is, do you want to just explain what you guys do, what you get up to on a weekly basis, and kind of what they can get involved in regularly?
So where do I start? So on a weekly basis, because we're still starting at the moment, it's start of the year, my program controller Toby, at the end of this week is going to start sending out forms for people to fill out if they have a burning passion for a show. So if you're really interested in something specific, so maybe fashion, music, sport, literally anything, it could be food, make a show about it. We want to hear you talk about it. It is the best thing to hear people talk about what they're passionate about. So if you're interested in that, contact our program controller and he'll sort you out from there. If not, he'll send out the forms. Then from then onwards, we have a timetable built up. So, if you want Tuesdays at 6, that'll be your slot every week. You come along, you talk, and then you can just go home. We also do kind of one-off events. So last year, I was really involved in the International Women's Day segment. That was really cool. We got a load of girls on URB just to talk about everything from like women in music to women in society in general. We had a few people try the period pain simulator. We got some of the boys to do that. That was quite fun. And it's just basically, that was for International Women's Day, but we do other similar events. So we do our 24-hour Christmas show, which is brilliant. You do feel a bit like you're tripping towards the end of it because it goes on for so long. But you can do segments where you want. So you can start really early in the day or you can start really late at night. It kind of fits whatever anyone wants. It's a load of fun. We kind of cram everyone into the studio and do a quiz, which is always great. So those are kind of our one-off things we do. Also, we have flagships. This is how I got involved in media in general and in radio. I'd argue it's probably the best way to get involved because it's quite a good way of easing people into it. So they are essentially lunchtime talk shows. They happen Monday to Friday. One of the experienced members, so me or Atish or Toby or someone on committee, will run an hour talk show around about lunchtime, and people sign up to it. Normally it's freshers, just because like at the very beginning, like I was so indecisive, I had no clue what I wanted to talk about. So you go to a flagship and you kind of just talk about whatever you want. It's really chill. There's no pressure to do anything, and it's just a great way to meet people kind of one at a time in the society rather than like just going to socials and not knowing everyone. So that's kind of what we have going on at the moment. And then we have a few big projects in the scheme, well, in the works, but they're kind of out of studio stuff. So I don't know if you want me to talk about that as well.
Yeah, go ahead.
So we try to do quite a lot of collaborations with other societies and then kind of events happening outside of studio. So the big thing that's coming up at the moment is Rugby at the Rec. We need to organise a few people. If you're interested as a fresher, you don't have to have any background in sport because commentary sometimes works really well with someone who's an expert and someone who is just an opinion. So if you're interested in commentary, feel free to come along and give it a go. We also have announcers and someone doing the halftime show. So that's kind of our next big out-of-studio project. And then I'm trying to think what else. We just provide a bit of... Oh, thank you. We also talk about Fight Night, and we do commentary for Fight Night, which I would really recommend. I tuned in last year. We had, I think it was Josh, Miko, and someone else do it. It was actually really good. Like, I remember listening to it and thinking... I was kind of blown away. I was not expecting that much, like just really good quality commentary. And I was cleaning my room on campus because I was a fresher last year. And it was like, I was just getting so hyped cleaning my room listening to this commentary. So if you're interested in that, that's another thing we're doing. That's November. And then we have a bit of a plan with Music Sock. We want to start doing tiny desks in the studio or maybe in the media hub. That would be a lot of undertaking, but I think that would be really cool. So there's kind of like, it's quite malleable and easy in the way you can get involved in radio because there's just so many things you could do. It doesn't just have to be yapping.
So for people who haven't had any experience in radio, there's the opportunity to learn?
Yeah. So with flagships, because it'll be with one of our experienced members, we'll show you how to do everything. Also, I'm going to plan kind of next week when everyone's starting, maybe the week after, depending on when the timetable gets sorted. Those that have never done anything at all on radio before, one of the committee members will pull up at the start, show you how everything works, get you going, and then leave you to it. And that will be sort of like the training. We're not going to do any like big training blocks just because I think it would work if we work around the timetable rather than like organising everyone come on this day because people are always going to miss it. So that's kind of how we're organising it.
Have like
at
a
the
nice
moment.
flexible schedule.
Yeah.
Would you be willing to run training sessions for freshers who maybe are undecided and join a little bit later in the semester?
Absolutely. Join anytime. Just let us know that you're a complete beginner, you have no clue what's going on, and one of us will show up and help you out. It's really easy. It looks intimidating in the studio, but it is, once you know, just push up the faders and down and press a few buttons. It's normally you sorted.
So in terms of people who really enjoying a radio show and maybe want to see if they can go at a professional level for something maybe as a side hustle alongside their degree or maybe decide actually radio is really for me and I want a job in it. Is there the opportunity to compete and get like some sort of accolade to say that you're good at radio within the society?
Yes, there is. We are currently waiting for the nominations for the Student Radio Awards to come out. We call them the SRAs. We go every year. We normally get 1 or 2 nominations. I'm trying to push this year to get maybe a few more. I think it would be cool. We haven't won in a while. I think it would be great if we could. It looks incredible on your CV, especially if you want to go into the industry. It's a really good way as well. I believe if you win something, you then kind of get funneled into a room after you get your award and you get to speak with some industry professionals. So that's also really good. You can make contacts that way. We also go to every year, not all of us, but some of us go to SRA Con. So it's this kind of big 3-day, 4-day event. I think it happened somewhere up north last year.
April. Yes.
In April. You go along, you meet. It's basically a big networking event, so that's another way you can get kind of prepped for a career in radio or a career in the entertainment industry in general. There's also just, I think, the more you put out online, the better. Exposure never hurts anyone. Push for publicity if you're that interested and you're really intrigued about the industry in general. You don't have to have a degree in it. As long as you're interested and you keep pushing for it and you're passionate, I think you can definitely get somewhere. And with an SRA, you would look incredible to any employer ever. So, yeah.
So for any freshers wanting to get involved and they have, like, they want to start their own show, they've done the flagships, or they just want to do something on their own, but they're struggling with an idea, or they have an idea, but they don't know how to develop it, is there a support system for that to help them learn and help them build that idea?
Yeah, so basically the committee, they're all a lovely bunch. Ask any of them. We all kind of have our own niche interests. They all started from somewhere. They definitely didn't start amazing and brilliant. They all came from kind of grassroots level. So 3 of my committee members are on a show called The Dig. They talk about R&B and hip hop every week. It's just what they like doing. If you need any particular thing, sure, like if you're intrigued in recording stuff, because obviously it is live radio, but if you're intrigued in recording stuff and having that put out, let us know. We can start organising that and show you how to do it bit by bit. There's no specific advice I can give, just ask. We're always happy to answer your questions and show you how to do things. Again, we love hearing people talk about what they're passionate about. So the support system is essentially committee. If you have a question, let us know. We can show you / point you in the right direction.
And is there room for any of the freshers that maybe already have their own podcast to record their episodes now they're at uni, or to start one?
Absolutely, yeah. We do have our own podcasting kit, and I'd technically call it a podcasting studio. It's just a little one, so you can only really get 2 people in it. But we do have our own podcasting kit. I personally really want to push for it this year because last year it wasn't as accessible, and I think podcasting is definitely the way forwards, because I think radio now, not to kind of shame on it, but it definitely is my parents' thing. Podcasting is very much our generation, and I think pushing for it and kind of keeping up with that as a society would be really good for us. Radio is brilliant, obviously, because it's really low maintenance, but podcasting, I think, is the way forwards for a lot of us, so I really want to push for that this year. And obviously, if you have a membership and you have an idea, come along and use it. Just put it away when you're done with it.
So in terms of other opportunities URB can offer, they also offer DJ lessons, am I right?
Yes. DJ lessons are sort of a bit of a mystery to me at the moment, because head of DJs is Luke, so he's organising them. But in the taster sessions earlier, what I told the DJs is if you're interested, first thing you need to do, buy your own set of decks, just little ones, not massive ones, because we have those. The best way, I think, is to try and experiment first, and then when you come across something that you just really don't understand, let someone know. I'm unsure if we can actually offer regular comprehensive lessons, but there are so many experienced DJs associated with us. So many of them, I'm sure, would be happy to just show you, and also just send a picture to the group chat if you're absolutely desperate to learn something in that moment. If not, message one of them when you're on campus. You can go in if you've booked the studio, go on the decks, and they can show you what's where and why and how. So that's kind of all I can say about that. But there is definitely a support system there. It's just not regularly structured.
Yeah. So they can learn to DJ, obviously, in the arena nights that freshers will be attending. Some of our DJs are there at the moment. So there's obviously opportunities if you work your way up to a certain level to have that level of exposure.
Yeah.
We've had members in the past go on and do club nights in Bath and those opportunities.
Very cool.
So I guess it's what you make of it very much. So
it can be hobby, or if you want to make it big, like we had our big success story at the moment is Georgia. She's currently running or starting to run a workshop for women that are interested in DJing, or anyone. I think it's people of colour and the LGBTQ. So she's currently setting up a workshop for that. So if you're interested, check it out. She started off completely beginner at URB, joined, became a DJ, and steadily by the end of the year started working at Origins as a DJ, which really cool. And eventually you do get paid for these sorts of things if you work really hard and become really good. So it's definitely it's a good side hustle at uni as well. So it's also just good to have as a hobby.
So in our last minute, I'm going to open the floor up to you and give you basically a minute to talk directly to the freshers watching to tell them what they'll be missing out on if they don't become a part of URB.
You'll be missing out on meeting quite a range of people. I think radio is, apart from the fact that we're all certified yappers, it is a really cool way to meet loads of different people. I feel with sports societies, also amazing because you meet loads of different people. But radio, it's such a malleable thing. It's so easy to make what you want of it. It's just a great way to meet people you probably would have not met otherwise. So that's kind of what you're missing out on. Also, generally, always a lovely bunch of people. Always up for a night out or just nice pub trip. Or just speaking on the radio at 3 a.m. in the morning. So it is a society that you can make whatever you want of. It's not, this is how it is and that's how it's going to stay. We can kind of cater to you. So that's what you're missing out on if you don't join URB.
Well, thank you very much for talking to me, Libby. Can they find you at the stalls on Monday?
Yes. I don't know how long we'll be there for, just because lectures are starting up. So whoever is there will be happy to answer your questions. If not, shoot us a message on Instagram or join our WhatsApp. The link is in our bio. That's where kind of we have the first announcements for everything. So socials, things like updates about the studio and everything. So that's where you'll hear it first. And then just follow us on Instagram and you get to keep up with what we're up to.
Thank you very much and good luck with the rest of Freshers
Nice.
Week.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much, everyone, for watching the live stream. This is our last show, so this is the end of our live stream, unfortunately, for this year's Freshers Week. We hope you've enjoyed it, and hopefully you keep an eye on our Instagram for any more updates and any more shows we'll be running throughout the year. So please look at our Instagram at CampusTV for any more updates and for the rest of our Freshers Week coverage. So thank you and goodbye.